It's another night of football. It's J98 Web TV on MyMoInfo.com. Got a good one in store for this evening. It's round 3 of the district playoffs. Tonight, we are in St. Genevieve. We're at Valle Catholic High School at Father John Dempsey Field as the Valle Catholic Warriors are going to play host to the Thayer Bobcats. And both teams have put together great seasons to get to this point so far. Thayer so far has a win over Haiti. That's how they started their season. Then a 34-0 loss to Highland, a 53-14 loss to Liberty. And they bounced back from that with a 23-6 win over Salem. That was back on the 20th of September. Then a 42-16 win over Houston, a 58-27 win over Kabul, an 8-0 victory over Ava, a 14-13 loss at Willow Springs, a 14-0 loss at Mountain Grove, a 43-0 win over Crystal City, and a 28-22 win over Chaffee brings Thayer to tonight at Valle Catholic. Valle Catholic, a 56-0 win over Father Tolton, 36-28 win over St. Genevieve, 48-0 over St. Vincent, 42-0 over Crystal City, 48-0 over Grandview, 56-8 over Jefferson, and not too much damage done to this Valle Catholic defense so far this year. They come into tonight with a great top-notch running back in Tyler Fallert. Fallert has made his presence known not only this year but in years past as being one of the top-notch running backs in the area. He has carried this team to the Show Me Bowl once before, and he's looking to do just the same this year. They haven't had a loss at all this season, let alone somebody really contest them. The closest match they've really had this season was the Week 2 matchup when they were at St. Genevieve, and they pulled out a 36-28 victory in that matchup. And they've had, between the two teams, between Thayer and Valle Catholic, they've had some similar opponents, one being Kabul, and Thayer down Kabul 58-27. And here Valle Catholic, a 55-20 win over Kabul. So two evenly matched teams on paper. We'll see what we can have as far as everything gets underway this evening on how these two teams stack up. The real key players for the Thayer Bobcats tonight are number 7, Mitch Weber. He's the starting quarterback, 5'9", 160-pound senior. Also, along with that, Jacob Foley, the 6'2", 165-pound wide receiver defensive back. And number 25, Shelby Barton, the 5'10", 170-pound running back, who is a senior. As you see out here on the field this evening, on the left side of the field, already lined up are the Valle Catholic Warriors in the white helmets, blue jerseys, and white pants. And across the way, still huddled up, are the Thayer Bobcats, and they'll be wearing green helmets, all white jerseys, and green numbers this evening. And their head coach, Billy Weber, comes into this contest with a good track record so far as getting his team ready for big games like this, and he's got a big game on his hands tonight. Looks like they're going to line up on the left hash mark as Thayer sees it, the hash mark that's closest to you on the screen, and they're going to be kicking off from right to left. And they are all set to kick off. And this opening kickoff is brought to you by Bill Best Insurance, your American Family Insurance agent in Park Hills, committed to making the big play for their customers. And set to kick off are the Thayer Bobcats. Lined up to kick from the 40. And here is another night of football, and the kick is up. It's headed towards the left sideline. And it's going to be fielded right at the 15-yard line. He's going to reverse fields. He's cutting back across. He's going to run into some trouble, and he's brought down. That was Justin Roth on the return. And the first man to him for the Thayer Bobcats was number 67, Brandon Tate, the 5'10", 220-pound sophomore coming up, making a big tackle. The ball was fielded at the 15, and right now it's going to be spotted on the 18-yard line. And that's where the Valle Catholic Warriors will begin their first offensive drive of tonight's game. You can see they're lined up on the left hash mark, and I have two receivers off to either side as a motion man from left to right. Wood back, and it looks like they're going to call an audible on the first play tonight. As they stand right now, it's trips off to the right, single receiver left, one man in the backfield, offset right to Nolan Wood. Wood takes the snap. The handoff does go to Fowler. It's going to go right up the middle. He makes one man miss, breaks a tackle. He's out to the side, and he's going to get a first down on that one. He's going to get all the way down to the 32-yard line, a 15-yard gain on his first touch of the day for Fowler. Fallert can rack up yards in a hurry, and that's a good way to start for Fallert. A 15-yard gain on his first touch. Valle Catholic's going to line up, trips off to the right, single receiver off to the left, one man in the backfield with Wood. It is Fallert. He takes the handoff. A big collision right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards on the play for Tyler Fallert. He follows up a 15-yard carry by a smashing 2-yard run. He absolutely smashed into the defensive lineman at the line of scrimmage and pushed his way for 2 extra yards, and he earned it. Valle's going to stay with that 3 receivers off to the right, 1 off to the left, and Fallert in the backfield, and a flag comes out right at the snap. And it's going to be against the Valle Catholic Warriors. They'll be moving backwards 5 yards. That's going to back them up 5 more on their first offensive possession. There's 11:16 on the clock. And the ball is going to be moved back from the 32 back to the 32 after the gain from Tyler Fallert. Valle Catholic, a little bit of mix-up as they line up on this play. They're going to send 2 receivers. Now they switch up, and they're going to send 3 receivers off to the right-hand side and a single receiver off to the left, and Fallert in the backfield to Wood's right. The handoff is fake to Fallert. The throw comes over the top, and it hits the receiver's hand. Pass intended for Connor Bosler. Hit him in the hands at the 40-yard line. Bounced away, incomplete. That's the first pass by Wood today, and he's 0 for 1. We can't put that one on him. You have to put it on Bosler for not reeling that one in. Still early in this contest. If you're just joining us, 10:57 in the first quarter, and it's all on J98 Web TV on MyMoInfo.com, powered by Big River Broadband. 1-855-55-GO-BIG. Valle Catholic lined up, 3 receivers off to the right. Here comes the snap. The handoff is to Fallert off the left-hand side. He stiff arms one man to give himself some room. Gets out to the outside edge. A gain of 6 yards for Tyler Fallert on the play. And that stiff arm, along with his smashing run just before that, he's setting the tone at the line of scrimmage right now. You're really going to have to get 2 men on Tyler Fallert to bring him down tonight. Fallert, he's not a small guy by any means. He's 5'11", 207 pounds, and he's a senior coming out of that backfield for the Valle Catholic Warriors. Valle's going to go twins right, twins left. Offset is Fallert in the backfield. Motion man from left to right. And it looks like they're going to make late substitutions as Valle. Very late substitutions. They just allowed that to happen, and that's going to go ahead and switch to the punt team and get rid of this one kick it away from the 30. And it's going to take a big-time Valle Catholic bounce at the 30-yard line. It is going to be fielded by the Thayer Bobcats, and he reverses all the way back to the 2-yard line, and that's where he's going to be brought down. He is brought down by number 10, Kyle Brown, 6 foot, 164-pound senior. And that was just a big mistake. Back to field that one was Jacob Foley for the Thayer Bobcats. He watched it bounce at the 30-yard line, took a big-time Valle Catholic bounce. He fielded it at the 15, tried to reverse back around the other side, and was brought down at the 2-yard line. And that's where the Thayer Bobcats are going to start their first offensive possession of the game. They're going to be pinned back pretty deep in their first opportunity tonight. We're still early in the first quarter. Offensive drive for Valle was stalled out. It didn't get across midfield. And it looks like they're going to bring this ball all the way back down. And they may have to try this one again. As you see the official on the 40-yard line. It is a delay of game penalty against the Valle Catholic Warriors. And all that about Thayer starting on the 2-yard line, disregarded. They had them pinned deep all the way down to the own 2. And I bet you won't see the Thayer Bobcats field a punt like that once again. Now they have another man in the backfield, Mitch Weber, set to field this kick along with Jacob Foley. And it's a low snap. The kick is away cleanly. It's a big kick this time. It's going to take another Valle Catholic bounce. And this time it goes all the way down. And I don't know if they're going to say he downed this at the 1-yard line, but he had a knee into the end zone. And it looks like they're going to bring this one out to the 20. That was a big booming kick from Justin Roth. And it was Kyle Brown that tried to track it down at the 1-yard line, just slid into the end zone just before he could knock that one out. And that's going to give Thayer the ball all the way up on the 25-yard line, on the 20-yard line rather. And that's where they're going to start their first offensive possession of the day. They were almost have started all the way back on the 2 if it had not been for a delay of game penalty as the Valle Catholic Warriors tried to make late substitutions on the 4th down. And it really took a good opportunity away from the Valle Catholic defense, but fortunate for the Thayer Bobcats as Thayer's going to line up with one receiver off to the right, 2 men in the backfield. The handoff does go inside, and he's going to fall forward across to the 26-yard line. And it was Mitch Weber on the carry for the Thayer Bobcats for his first carry of the day for the Thayer Bobcats. A 6-yard gain for Weber. And the Thayer Bobcats moving the ball so far, one drive, or one offensive play, 6 yards against the Valle Catholic defense. The Valle Catholic defense, as good as advertised, they don't give up many points against good teams, especially a good running team like what Thayer has here tonight. That's Valle's bread and butter, stopping the run game. So it should be a battle for the Thayer offense to get their run game going as Weber goes back under center, and he's going to pitch to Weber from Aiden Henry off to the right-hand side. A few yards on the play for Weber. Valle Catholic forced a 3rd and 1 for the Thayer Bobcats as they're going to line up with 1 yard for a fresh set of downs, and the ball sits currently on the 28.5 yard line if you want to be real critical about it. And you can hear the crowd for this Valle Catholic Warriors chanting defense on this 3rd and 1. Henry goes under center for the Thayer Bobcats, pitches out to the outside. He cuts out. It looks like he's not going to get there. He makes a second effort, and he's going to be short of it. And that's going to be a 4th down. Valle Catholic forces a quick 3 and out of the Thayer Bobcats. That's going to bring the punt team out for Thayer, and they're going to have to kick this one away. Back to kick is Levi Hargrove, 6'2", 185 senior. And he's currently set up on the 15-yard line to kick this away. The line of scrimmage is at the 28. And here's your snap. Flag comes in right at the snap. And it's most likely, it looked like it was against the right line of the Valle Catholic Warriors. We'll see what's going to move backwards. Right now, it does look like it's going to be Thayer. It is against Thayer. And that's going to move the line of scrimmage back to the 24-yard line. And that's going to make the punter all the way back to the 10-yard line for the Thayer Bobcats. Back to field, this is Connor Bosler for the Valle Catholic Warriors. It's a nice spiral punt, and it takes a Valle Catholic bounce and goes out at the Thayer 40-yard line. That's one stalled drive for the Thayer Bobcats. While the two teams switch fields, we'll take a quick timeout ourselves. We'll be back with more coverage. It's J98 Web TV on MyMoInfo.com.
There's no place like home, but when age or illness turns home from a place of happiness into one of loneliness, it may be time to consider a healthcare facility. Whether your need is short-term rehabilitation or long-term care, St. Genevieve Care Center offers high-quality medical care complemented by a dedicated staff who offer warmth, wisdom, and the experience of caring, which makes their facility the next best thing to being home. Dignity, respect, care. St. Genevieve Care Center, 1010 St. Gen Drive in St. Genevieve. Medicaid, Medicare, private pay, private insurance, and hospice accepted.
And you just saw on your screen there, it was Tyler Fowler running off to the right-hand side for the Valle Catholic Warriors for 16 yards. And he's already off to a good day for himself so far. And Valle's going to hand it right back off to Fowler. He's going to run off to the right side and be brought down at the 20-yard line. And Tyler Fowler getting the bulk of the offense so far tonight. And it's looking like it's going to be that way for the rest of the evening. He's going to have a big workload tonight as he lines up offset right to Wood. Two receivers off to either side. They look to the line of scrimmage for an audible. And Wood set once again. Fowler off to his right. He takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Fowler. He's going to keep it and go right up with the inside. Followed his right tackle for a few yards. That's Nolan Wood for 3 yards. Tyler Fowler already 4 carries, 40 yards on the day. Quietly putting together a good game already as Valle Catholic lines up with 3 receivers off to the left-hand side, 1 receiver off to the right. Fowler in the backfield. He does get the handoff. No, they faked the handoff. It was too quick, and right in the backfield are the Thayer Bobcats for a big sack, and that was Levi Hargrove getting the sack of Nolan Wood. And that's a loss of 5 for Wood after the sack. They're going to line up in the same formation as Valle Catholic. 3 receivers off to the left side, 1 off to the right, and Tyler Fowler in the backfield. Again, they look to the line of scrimmage. And some extremely demonstrative hand signals from the offensive coordinator. It's very interesting. As Wood takes the snap, he gets a throw, he's got a man inside, and he does complete the pass all the way down to the 5-yard line. And that was Connor Bosler coming up with the reception. And that's a first down for the Valle Catholic Warriors. And this ball gets all the way down to the 5-yard line after a big pitch and catch for the Valle Catholic Warriors. Gets them all the way down inside the 5-yard line. They're going to line up with 3 receivers off to the right, 1 off to the left. Fowler takes the handoff. He's going to cut off to the left side. He's brought down at the 5-yard line. No gain on the play for Tyler Fowler. The Thayer Bobcats holding strong down in their own zone. They're backed up into their own red zone right now. And the Valle Catholic Warriors has got the ball lined up on the left hash mark on the 7-yard line. 3 receivers off to the left. Wood in the backfield with Fowler. Fowler takes the handoff, and he's going to be brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Thayer is not letting Tyler Fowler get his run game going tonight, and that's exactly what they need to do to be a factor in this game, is stop Tyler Fowler and stop him early. That's going to set up 3rd down and 6. Ball on the 6-yard line. 6:02 to go here in the first quarter, and we're scoreless. We're at Valle Catholic as they are entertaining Thayer as Wood drops back. He's thrown to the end zone, and it looks like it was caught on the right side of the end zone, and that's a touchdown for Valle Catholic. A 6-yard touchdown pass, and it's a 6-0 score as Valle Catholic takes control off of a 6-yard touchdown pass to Justin Roth from Nolan Wood. And Valle Catholic on the board, going to send the extra team unit out to try to make this a 7-point ball game as Justin Roth gets in on the action and gets his first grab of the day for 6 yards and a touchdown. And Valle Catholic set to kick this extra point through. Connor Bosler, your holder. And the kick is up, and it is through clean. Devin Cutts on the extra point is good. That's a 7-0 ball game. More action to come. It's J98 Web TV on MIMOinfo.com.
R&T Premium Meats offers 1/4, 1/2, or whole beefs and pork. They sell and process all hormone-free meats. For more information, call Tim at 535-4649 or Robert at 883-0068. R&T Premium Meats knows what it means to the customer to get good processed beef or pork, and they pride themselves in customer satisfaction. R&T Premium Meats, located on Jogurts Drive in St. Genevieve. Proud to be part of the St. Genevieve community.
Are you in need of an appliance? Marzuco Electric Best Brands Plus in St. Genevieve and Perryville is your home of GE, Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Frigidaire, and more. In all, Marzuco Electric carries over 12 lines of appliances, electronics, satellites, and TVs. They also offer factory-authorized appliance service, as well as residential, commercial, or industrial electrical service. For all your appliance needs or for professional electrical service, visit Marzuco Electric, 425 Market Street in St. Genevieve, or Crossroad to Village Center in Perryville.
And we're back. It's J98 Web TV on MIMOinfo.com. Round 3 of the district playoffs. Valle Catholic just got on the board with a 6-yard touchdown pass from Wood to Roth. And that brings us to this kickoff that goes right back out of the end zone. And man, does he have a leg on him. That's a booming kick. Justin Roth has absolutely a lead foot on him to kick a ball like that. And that's going to put us on the 20-yard line for the Thayer Bobcats on their second offensive possession of the day. In their first offensive possession, it was a quick 3-and-out forced by the Valle Catholic defense. And after the punt from Thayer went out at the 40-yard line, Valle marched their way 40 yards on 5 plays, found the end zone, and that's where we are now, 7-0 Valle over Thayer. Thayer's going to come back to the line of scrimmage. They run with a single receiver off to the right-hand side, and it's going to be Hayden under center with Weber in the backfield. And Weber's gotten the bulk of the action so far for the Thayer Bobcats. This time the handoff is inside. He's going to get a few yards on the play before the Valle Catholic Warriors swarm. A 5-yard gain on the play that time. On the carry was Shelby Barton for the Valle for the Thayer Bobcats. His first gain of the play was 4 yards. And Thayer's going to line up with 2 receivers, one off to either side this time. 2 men in the backfield behind Hayden. And here is your snap. The handoff goes off to the right-hand side, and he's brought down in the backfield. The Valle Catholic Warriors swarmed him that time. Not much on that play, if any at all, for Weber. This Valle Catholic defense is a tough defense to run against, and they're showing Weber just why that's the case. That's going to set up a 3rd down and 7. Ball on the 23-yard line there. 3rd and long. They need to convert. And the snap is dropped. The snap, the center and quarterback exchange was bad, and Thayer falls on top of it, and they're going to be forced to punt once again. They did fall on it. They're going to lose a few on the play, but that's going to bring the special teams unit, and they're going to have to punt once again. Punting all the way back from their own 10-yard line is Levi Hargrove.
Second punt formation for the Bobcats. Number 20, Levi Hargrove.
Levi Hargrove, the first kick he had, took a Valle bounce and went out at the 40, and it looks like this one's going to go a little further. Takes a Thayer bounce this time, and it's going to get all the way down to the 47-yard line. And that's where the Valle Catholic Warriors are going to start their offensive possession, the 3rd time they've had the ball today. The first offensive possession they had, they were forced to punt after gaining 1 first down. Had Thayer pinned all the way back to the 2-yard line before it was called back for a delay of game, as the Valle Catholic Warriors attempted late substitutions to bring out a different team as they thought about going for it on 4th down. And unfortunately, Thayer not able to capitalize on their 20 yards that they gained off the Valle Catholic penalty. Valle lined up on the right hash mark. 1 receiver off to either side. Wood in shotgun. Fowler offset to his left. The handoff does go to Fowler. He cuts out right. He's going to force his way up through the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 40-yard line at the 41. A gain of 6 for him on the play. Tyler Fowler, very effective so far. The ball is going to be on the 42-yard line on 2nd down for the Valle Catholic Warriors. 1 receiver off to either side. Fowler in the backfield, offset to Woods right. Fowler does get the handoff, goes right up the middle, gets the 1st down and then some. He's going to get all the way down to the 37-yard line. Tyler Fowler moving the ball tonight. That's going to be a 1st down Valle Catholic. Fresh set of downs for Valle as they line up with 1 receiver off to either side. And Wood checks to the line to the sideline for calling an audible. So far it's been about 50-50 whether they stick to the play or they call an audible. And Wood set. And there's the snap. Fakes the handoff to Fowler. He's got a receiver open. He's going up the middle, and it's a touchdown, Valle Catholic. It was Colton Schilly on the reception. He goes 32 yards, and that's a touchdown, Valle Catholic, a 13-0 ball game. And Valle's moving the ball through the air tonight. Tyler Fowler, usually the key piece of this offense. And tonight, Nolan Wood, his 2nd touchdown pass. And it was Colton Schilly on the reception, and he was wide open and just marched his way into the end zone after making 1 man miss. And the extra point team on for the Valle Catholic Warriors. And that kick is up and through, and Valle Catholic has a 14-0 lead. We'll be back for the next kickoff in just a moment. It's J98 Web TV on MIMOinfo.com.
The Bank of Bloomsdale offers fixed-rate home loans that are actually serviced in our area. As well as being locally serviced, their rates are very competitive. Stop by one of their local offices to discuss your loan request with an experienced lender. No more letters telling you to send your payments out of state. Locally owned, the Bank of Bloomsdale, with locations in Bloomsdale, Crystal City, St. Genevieve, and Inside Country Mart in St. Genevieve. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. The Bank of Bloomsdale remembers Rolla Duke Herbert.
Innovative Warehousing and Distribution in Farmington is a proud supporter of high school sports and would like to wish everybody the best of luck this football season. Innovative Warehousing and Distribution in Farmington encourages all athletes to work hard and keep their direction. The key word to a winning team is teamwork. Good luck to all high school teams. This message brought to you by your friends at Innovative Warehouse and Distribution in Farmington.
And we're back. It's J98 Web TV on MIMOinfo.com here at Father John Dempsey Field in St. Genevieve as the Valle Catholic Warriors lead the Thayer Bobcats 14-0, and they are kicking off. And that is an unbelievable kick right there. It goes clear out of the back of the end zone. He's got a leg on him. He's got a next level leg on him, that's for certain. And Thayer already in a 14-0 hole as the Valle Catholic Warriors took control of this one early. And they're going to pin Valle in great shape right now as they have Thayer in a 14-0 hole, and they're on their own 20-yard line after that kick went out of the back of the end zone. Thayer's going to line up with 2 men in the backfield, one receiver off to the right, and the handoff is faked as he rolls out to the right, does Hayden. He's got no one there, and he's going to be brought down right before he gets rid of the ball, and that's a sack. He's going to lose 6 yards on the play.
Loss of about 4 on the play.
Not a time to move backwards
Second and 14 ball
for Aiden Henry. That's going to put the ball back to the 15-yard line as Thayer has a 2nd and long. As the Valle defense has really given the Thayer Bobcats fit so far in this game. In the backfield is Weber and Barton behind Henry. Henry hands off to Weber. He goes up behind his right tackle, and he gets back to the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 4 for Weber.
Number 74, Jacob Trotman.
Weber 4 carries on the day for only 12 yards. Well below his season average. He comes in at 5.5 yards per carry. And right now, he's well below that. As Thayer's lined up on the right hash mark, they're going to jumbo formation, 2 men in the backfield. The handoff goes to Weber up the right side, and not much there as the offensive line gets a good push for 5 yards for Mitch Weber. The Valle Catholic Warriors have really clamped down on the run, and that's going to set up a 4th and 9 on the 21-yard line. The Thayer Bobcats going to be forced to punt once again. Punting off their own 10 is Levi Hargrove. Bosler back to receive. Kick goes end over end. It takes a Thayer bounce, and it gets all the way down to the Valle Catholic 48-yard line. And that's where the Valle Catholic Warriors will take over. And they're already sending, when Valle goes from defense to offense, they really don't take much time to switch fields because half of their team plays both ways. A little update from other playoff action around the area. The Central Rebels have a 14-0 lead with 7 minutes to go in the first quarter over the St. Genevieve Dragons. Valle Catholic here lined up with 2 receivers off to the right. Nolan Wood lined up in shotgun with Fallard off to his left. And there's a check down at the line of scrimmage. And Nolan Wood is set. Takes the snap, looks off to his right. He's thrown over the top. He's got a man there. And nice defensive play by number 18, Jacob Foley, 6'2", 165-pound senior for the Thayer Bobcats, deflecting that pass. He was the only man in coverage, and he did his job, and he did it well, and he knocked that pass away. It would have been no man to beat after that. And the intended receiver, Justin Roth, down the right hash marks. Play defended well by Thayer. Valle's going to line up with twins left. Tyler Fallard offset to Woods right in the backfield. Wood in shotgun. Takes the snap. It looks like they're going to run the option. Fallard barely gets the pitch. It was not a clean pitch from Wood to Fallard, and he's going to lose 4 on the play. And that's going to set up a loss for the first time for Fallard today, a loss of 4 on that play. After the pitch from Wood went to Fallard, it wasn't a clean pitch by any means, and that sets up 3rd down and 13 on the 45 as Valle lines up with 2 receivers off to either side of Wood. He's lined up in shotgun, looks to the sideline, getting the audible. And Nolan Wood set to take the snap, and he sure does. He looks off to his right side. He's got a man open, not near the hash marks by any means, or by the first down lines. And the intended receiver, number 81, Bryant Vessel, reels it in at the 50 for a 6-yard completion. And that's going to set up a 4th down for the Valle Catholic Warriors. Justin Roth, the punter for the Valle Catholic Warriors. Set to kick this one away. He's lined up just shy of the 40-yard line, about the 37, and back to field this. The Thayer Bobcats all the way back to the 18. The kick goes straight up in the air, and it goes out of bounds at the 30-yard line. And then best field position for Thayer this evening, and they're already sending the offensive team out onto the field. And Valle Catholic, they have a lot of kids that play both sides of the ball. Most of them stay out on the field. Few substitutions to be made, and Thayer's already in the offensive huddle. We have 1 minute and 3 seconds to go in the first quarter, and Valle's up on this one 14-0. Thayer with the ball. Thayer's run game has been not as effective as I know they would like it to be so far in this contest, but you got to give that to the Valle Catholic defense. It's packing the line of scrimmage. They've been running 8- and 9-man boxes. They switch at the defensive line, does Valle. The handoff goes to Weber. Weber gets off to the right side, and he's going to get 5 on the play is Weber. Mitch Weber, 5 yards on first down. That's going to give Thayer the best opportunity they've had so far to move the ball. 2nd and 5 on their own 35 with 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. They will get at least one play off before the end of the first. They're going to line up with one receiver off to the far right. It looks like Weber, the receiver off to the far right. Henry under center, fakes the handoff, and it does go back up the middle for a first down all the way down to the 45-yard line. And it was Shelby Barton on the carry. Getting all the way down to the 45-yard line. A good gain for the Thayer Bobcats. For Barton, goes in 12 yards on the play for the first down. Not much time here in the first quarter. It's under 20 seconds. It's a 14-0 lead for the Valle Catholic Warriors. The Thayer Bobcats moving the ball on this offensive possession after being shut down on the first few. They're going to line up with one receiver off to the far right, 2 men in the backfield. And Weber takes the handoff. He's going to follow his line, and the line gets a good push. A 7-yard gain for Mitch Weber. Gets across into Valle Catholic territory, and that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. It's a 14-0 lead for the Valle Catholic Warriors, and we'll have the second quarter coming up. It's J98 Web TV on MIMOinfo.com.
If you're thinking about building, remodeling, or have a project in your future, visit your local County Do-It Center in St. Genevieve and Bloomsdale. You'll find everything needed for the do-it-yourselfer or the professional contractor. From start to finish, they'll have the supplies you want and the experience and information you need. And the Do It Best quality paint and primer line is one of the fastest growing private brands in the industry. Their Best Look paint and primer paints carry a full lifetime warranty, so you know they'll stand the test of time beautifully. County Do It Center, lumber, hardware, and Do It Best quality paint. Stop by today.
Bob and Thomas couldn't agree on CenturyLink high-speed internet's best feature.
It's the 10 meg speed.
No, it's the price. Just $19.95 a month for 5 years when you bundle with unlimited nationwide calling.
So they settled it like gentlemen.
The speed.
The 5-year price.
The speed.
The 5-year price.
Sort of. Call CenturyLink today at 855-744-FAST. Everyone will agree it's a good move. Services and offer not available in all areas. Residential customers only. Restrictions apply. Contact CenturyLink for details.
And we're back. It's the second quarter, about to begin. We're here at Father John Dempsey Field in St. Genevieve as the Valle Catholic Warriors are playing host to the Thayer Bobcats. And Valle has a 14-0 lead in this one. And Thayer has the ball on the 49-yard line. The Valle Catholic 49-yard line. They just broke into Valle territory for the first time in this game. And they're going to line up with one receiver off to the left side. The motion man from left to right is Jacob Foley. The handoff goes right up the middle to Weber. And he's going to get a few on the play. 3 yards for Weber. And the Thayer Bobcats run game starting to get going after being shut down. Mitch Weber up to 25 yards on 7 carries. After being shut down through his first few carries, he's finally starting to follow his offensive line, and the offensive line getting a good push on the Valle defense to make some good holes. And the patience from Weber is what's setting up the runs. They're going to line up in a jumbo. Is Thayer. The handoff goes to Barton this time, and it looks like he's going to get across for a first down. And that's going to be a fresh set of downs for the Thayer Bobcats after a 3-yard gain for Barton. The two running backs for Thayer, Mitch Weber, your smaller back coming out of the backfield at 5'9", 160, and Shelby Barton, 5'10", 170, but he is a thick 170. He is a low-to-the-ground runner, whereas Mitch Barton could be your outside, get away from the defense type of guy. Henry going to go back under center for Thayer. And the pitch goes far out to the left side to Weber. Weber's going to have to cut back inside. He's going to get a few yards on the play, but not many. The Valle Catholic defense ready for that one. Still in the early moments of the second quarter, 10:50 to go here in the first half. It's a 2nd down and 10 on the 2nd and 8 on the 41-yard line after the 2-yard gain. Thayer's going to be lined up in a jumbo formation. The handoff goes to Weber. Once again, he follows his offensive line, and he's going to be brought down in a hurry. Logan Tucker, the first man to him. And that's going to set up a 3rd down and long for the Thayer Bobcats. A 3rd and 8 on the 41-yard line of the Valle Catholic Warriors. It's the best field position they've had so far in this game for the Thayer Bobcats, and they really need to do something right now to make something out of it. Thayer's going to line up with one receiver off to the right hash marks, and that's Foley with Barton and Weber in the backfield behind Henry. Henry fakes the handoff to Barton, and Weber is absolutely drilled by Logan Tucker. There's your crown collision. You just saw Logan Tucker come up and put a big hit on Mitch Weber, and that's going to be 4th and 4 to go on the 35-yard line. And it looks like Thayer's offense is staying out on the field. This is a big, big play for the Thayer Bobcats as well as the Valle Catholic defense. Valle comes up with a stop here and gives their offense the ball. They're really going to take the momentum. If you can hear the crowd pick up for this Valle Catholic defense. And I don't think he's going to get that first down. He might be a little bit short of it. The official has it lined up right at the first down marker, and it is a first down for the Thayer Bobcats. Enough on that one for Mitch Weber. And that's a first down after a 4-yard carry. He needed 4 to get there. He got all 4 of them, no more. And that's going to be a 1st and 10 on the 31 for the Thayer Bobcats. 9:20 to go here in the first half as Thayer trying to make this a ball game. Henry takes the snap, hands off to Weber. Weber goes right back up the middle, back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play for Weber. Weber still averaging only 3 yards per game in this, or per carry in this contest. He's really being held in check by the Valle Catholic defense. The Valle defense really can put clamps on a run game, and they've been doing that to Weber so far tonight. Barton been held in check. He's only had 3 carries so far, but 19 yards on those 3 carries. And once the Thayer Bobcats get further down into the zone, I expect them to start switching it up just a little bit. And Henry's going to hand off once again, this time to Foley out of the backfield. He's going to get back across the line of scrimmage and fall forward for a few more yards. And that's Foley's first carry of the day. His first carry of the day only goes for a couple of yards. And that's going to be another 3rd down to go. 3rd down and 5 for the Thayer Bobcats with 8:16 to go here in the first half. It's a 14-0 lead for the Valle Catholic Warriors. And here comes the snap. It's a handoff right up the middle. It's going to be Foley once again. I don't think he's going to get to the first down. He got down close to it. And they are going to award him the first down. He's 2 times in a row he's fallen right at what would be a first down, and they're giving him the first down. And that's going to move Thayer into the red zone for the Valle Catholic Warriors. And Thayer's going to make this handoff go right back up the middle across the 20 for Weber. Not much to it after that. Justin Roth coming up on the stop for the Valle Catholic Warriors. It's going to be 2nd down and 7 yards to go. Thayer has the ball on the 14-yard line. And they're trying to get into the end zone for the first time today on the 2nd down. The handoff is going to go to Foley. Foley's going to follow his left tackle. Not much to it. He dropped the ball late, but the play was blown dead after 2 yards for Foley. Foley getting into the action of the run game in a hurry. 3 carries for 12 yards. And it sets up a 3rd down and 6 on the 13-yard line for the Thayer Bobcats. Valle Catholic in control right now with a 14-0 lead, but Thayer trying to get in the end zone for the first time today. Here comes the handoff from Henry. He fakes the handoff. He's going to keep it himself, run out to the left-hand side. He makes one man miss and tiptoes out the left sideline. He gets back across the line of scrimmage, gained a few on the play, and he stepped right in front of the first down marker, and that's going to give the Thayer Bobcats another first down on this offensive possession. It's going to be first and goal to go. 6:51 to go. And the ball sits on the 4-yard line, and a fresh set of downs for Thayer to get into the end zone. The Thayer Bobcats knocking on the door. They're trailing 14-0, trying to cut that lead in half. As the officials get together before spotting the ball. It looks like there's going to be a little break in the action as they get everything correct. There's a little problem on the scoreboard. Added at 6:48, now adjusted to 6:51. And now play will resume after the clock is adjusted. It's a first down and 4 yards to go for the Thayer Bobcats. It's the first time they've been deep in this zone. Looks like they're still having more problems with the play clock. Are going to have another break in the action as they adjust. Trying to get everything figured out there on the field before they let play resume. As we get to this point right now, it's a 14-0 lead for Valle Catholic. Both touchdowns coming through the air. Nolan Wood having a good day for himself so far. He's 2 of 4 for 2 touchdowns. And play is going to resume. Henry hands off. And it doesn't look like they're going to get into the end zone, but they're going to get down to the 2-yard line. Weber on the carry. He's going to be kept out of the end zone, but just barely. It's 6:31 to go here in the first half. A 14-0 lead for the Valle Catholic Warriors. Second down and 2 yards to go for the Thayer Bobcats to find the end zone. Henry bends under center, 2 men in the backfield behind him. And he's going to keep it. He's going to go right across the middle. And I don't know if he's in. Yes, they are going to call it a touchdown. Henry finds his way into the end zone. A 2-yard touchdown run for Henry as the rain begins to fall out there on the field tonight. It's a 14-6 lead as Thayer gets into the end zone for the first time tonight. And they're going to send the extra point team on to try and knock this one through to make it a 7-14 game. And Thayer making the contest out of this one. After lining up, as you saw the whole entire line off the left side, they are going to line up and go ahead and kick this one away. The snap goes high, nothing of it. And after the snap goes over the top of Weber's head, he tries to go back and pick it up, tries to get the throw away and just can't. No extra point converted. It's a 14-6 ball game as Thayer finds their way in. And why would the two teams send their special teams units out? We'll take a quick timeout ourselves. It's J98 Web TV on MIMOinfo.com.
Elpers & Gons are attorneys with over 50 years combined experience in St. Genevieve. They offer many services including contested and uncontested divorce, child custody and maintenance, property distributions, parent rights, visitation and adult abuse, paternity and child support, bankruptcy and credit card lawsuit. Consultation and payment plans are available. Call today at 573-883-5000 or toll free at 800-883-5009. Elpers & Gons on Center Drive in St. Genevieve, fighting for your most important assets. Or visit their website at www.elpersandgons.com.
It's J98 Web TV on MIMOinfo.com. We're here in St. Genevieve at Valle Catholic High School and Father John Dempsey Field as the Valle Catholic Warriors currently lead this contest 14-6, but they are making it a contest out there. Just found their way into the end zone for the first time tonight off of a 2-yard touchdown run from their quarterback, Aiden Henry, after setting up a nice drive that started at their own 49-yard line, put together a 51-yard drive to get into the end zone, and it's 14-6, and they are set to kick off. They'll be kicking from left to right as you see it on your screen in the all-white uniforms and green helmets. Here is your kick. The kick is away. It takes a bounce at the 20. It's going to be fielded at the 10. Tries to reverse fields, does Roth. A handful of jersey, and he's going to be brought down at the 20-yard line. He had one man to beat, but great tackling by Thayer right there. Grab a handful of jersey and bring Roth down. And the Valle Catholic Warriors will be starting this offensive possession on their own 20-yard line. That's the worst starting field position they've had tonight. As Thayer, looks like the tides are starting to turn and momentum starting to shift their way, especially if they can come up with a big stop right here. They'll be really gaining some momentum. Valle Catholic's going to stay in that shotgun formation. Going to have two receivers off to either side. Fallard's going to take the handoff out of the backfield. He slips coming across the line of scrimmage. A flag comes in late in the backfield. It's going to be a hold against the Valle Catholic Warriors, and that play is going to move backwards. That's another costly penalty here in the first half by the Valle Catholic Warriors. The first time a penalty cost them pinning Thayer back onto their own 2, and this time it's going to cost them by moving back into their own zone even further. And it does look like the Bobcats will accept that penalty, and Valle Catholic will be moving backwards. 6:07 to go here in the first half. It's a 14-6 ball game. Valle Catholic leading the Thayer Bobcats right now. Some scores from around the area. The only other game going on in the county in our regional radio listening area right now on J98. You can catch all the action for Central as they're leading the St. Genevieve Dragons 14-0. Here we have a 14-6 ball game in St. Genevieve at Valle Catholic High School. And Valle Catholic a 14-6 advantage right now as Nolan Wood sets up in shotgun. He looks off to the sideline. He's getting the calls from the coaching staff for the audibles. They are going to adjust the play. And no formation changes. They're going to line up trips right, single receiver off to the left, Fallard in the backfield. As Wood looks back, he's got the man open on the left side. He completes the pass, and he's going to be brought down at about the 17-yard line. And that time, Garrett Jagers coming up with the reception. And Wood, another completion on the day. A 9-yard completion that time.
17-yard line.
Valle Catholic staying in the shotgun formation. 3 receivers off to Nolan Wood's right. 1 man off to the left. And Fallard offset right in the backfield. Wood takes the snap. It's looking like a read option. Wood's going to keep it. He's going to get across the line of scrimmage down to the 28-yard line for Nolan Wood. It's going to be a third down for the Valle Catholic Warriors. It's a 3rd and 6 as the ball sits on the 24-yard line. 5:08 to go here in the first half. Valle Catholic's lined up 3 receivers off to the left, single receiver off to the right, and Tyler Fallard offset right in the backfield as Wood takes the shotgun snap, and he rolls out to his right, looking to throw. He's throwing it over the top, and that pass is going to be reeled in by Connor Bosler off the right sideline. He reels that one in right at the 35-yard line, an 11-yard gain for the Valle Catholic Warriors. Connor Bosler with his 2nd reception of the day. And that's going to give Valle Catholic a first down. They're going to line up with twins left, twins right. Single man in the backfield is Tyler Fallard, offset the Woods left. Motion man from right to left. They fake the handoff to the motion man. Wood goes right up the middle, and he gets across the line of scrimmage, and he gets down to the 43-yard line. A 7-yard gain for Wood. It'll be 2nd down for the Valle Catholic Warriors, 2nd and short. They might try to make a big play out of this one. We'll see what they line up to do with 2 receivers off to either side. Tyler Fallard in the backfield. Fallard bobbles the handoff. He does take it in the end, does get across for a first down, and he gets all the way down to the 47-yard line. A 9-yard gain for Fallard. He's got 9 carries for 48 yards on the day. But quietly, Nolan Wood is 5 of 6 and putting together a good passing game so far. Valle Catholic's going to stay spread out. 2 receivers off to either side. Fallard in the backfield. The handoff does go to Fallard. He gets across the line of scrimmage for 1 yard. Only 1 for Fallard on that one. He's averaging 4.9 yards per carry so far in this game. There's 3:54 and counting to go here in the first half. Valle Catholic up 14-6. 2nd down and 10. The ball sits on the 47-yard line. Slight break in the action as Valle sends late substitutions in. They got a man limping off the field, and it is Matthew Skaggs, 6 foot, 261-pound sophomore. And he's limping off the field. He does walk off under his own power. He's going to be helped to the sideline. Valle Catholic on a 2nd down and 10 yards to go. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right, and 1 man in the backfield, Tyler Fallert. The handoff does not go to Fallert, and Wood's going to be throwing. He throws into double coverage, and the pass is somehow reeled in by number 81, Brian Vessel. That was Connor Bosler coming up making the reception. That pass was thrown through double coverage, absolutely threading the needle by Nolan Wood. I was honestly just tricked by the public address announcer. I stand corrected on my correction. It was Vessel. Nolan Wood takes the handoff himself right up the middle. They pulled the read option out of Fallert's belly. The last moment cuts right back up. And that's another first down for the Valle Catholic Warriors after Wood gets 6 yards on the play. Wood running and passing, quite efficient tonight. Valle Catholic lined up with 3 receivers off to the left, 1 off to the right. Handoff goes to Fallert. He gets off to the right side, back across the line of scrimmage. 3 yards on the play for Fallert.
Pick up a 1 on the play, brought down by number 25, Barton.
And that was Barton for the Thayer Bobcats coming up on the stop. 2nd down and 8 yards to go, 2:57 to go in the first half. And Valle Catholic's going to line up with 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right, as Wood looks to the line of scrimmage for the audible. Thayer's defense will adjust. Nolan Wood takes the snap. He's going to throw immediately. Pass tipped at the line of scrimmage. And the pass deflected by Tucker Hargrove for the Thayer Bobcats. It's going to be 3rd down and 8 yards to go for the Valle Catholic Warriors. 2:42 to go here in the first half. Valley's going to send 3 receivers off to the left, 1 receiver off to the right. The lone receiver off to the right's Bosler, as Fallert goes offset to Wood's left in the backfield. Wood's going to drop back. A lot of pressure coming. Has to throw it over the top. The pass is caught, and it's turned back upfield. And the pass is caught by Garrett Yeagers. And that time, the pass comes just shy of getting the first down. A gain of 7 on the play. And they are going to respot it and award the first down. It's another first down on this drive for the Valle Catholic Warriors after the officials get together and spot this one just a touch further forward. And that's a fresh set of downs for Valle. They lead this one 14-6 here in the second quarter. They line up with 2 receivers off to either side of Wood. The handoff is fake to Fallert. Wood cuts back up inside. He's going to get across the line of scrimmage for a couple yards on the play.
Initially hit on the play by number 30, Matt Griffith.
Just over 2 minutes to go here in the first half, as the Valle Catholic Warriors trying to get into the end zone by the end of the first half and trying to utilize as much of that clock as they possibly can. Valle lines up with 2 receivers off to either side. Fallert in the backfield. Fallert's going to block. The throw goes off to Bosler on the right side. It is caught. It's going to be 6 yards for Bosler on the play. And that's another completion for Nolan Wood. He is 7 of 8 so far in this game. Tucker Hargrove, once again for Thayer, coming up to make a big stop, as the Valle Catholic Warriors going to line up with 3 receivers off to the left. Connor Bosler, the lone man, off to the right side. Tyler Fallert's going to stay in the backfield.
And a flag on the play.
And a flag comes in. And it looks like Valle Catholic's going to be moving backwards. Sure enough, 5 yards lost on that one for an illegal procedure penalty against the Valle Catholic Warriors. They'll be moving backwards 5 yards on this one. There's 1 minute and 32 seconds to go here in the first half. A 3rd and 7 for the Valle Catholic Warriors after that 5-yard penalty. Wood's going to have 3 receivers to his left, 1 to the right, 1 man in the backfield. He's throwing over the top to the end zone. He's got a man open. Connor Bosler, touchdown. An amazing throw. Connor Bosler reels it in. That was a perfect pitch and catch, and Valle Catholic is up 20-6 after another touchdown pass by Nolan Wood, this time to Connor Bosler. An 18-yard touchdown pass, and it was a good fade route towards the back right corner of the end zone, and Bosler reels that one in for the touchdown. Connor Bosler, his 4th reception of the day, And that time
For the kick, number 11, Connor Bosler.
for a touchdown. Extra point team out for the Valle Catholic Warriors, trying to add another one, making this a 21-6 ball game. The kick is up. And the kick is up and good. And that one was booted up and through. It's 21-6, Valle Catholic in control of this one. We'll have more coverage coming up. The end of the second quarter on its way. It's J98 Web TV on MIMOinfo.com.
Hi, this is Timmy Nelms with CWI Missouri, your local division of Republic Services. CWI Missouri offers residential curbside pickup along with commercial services in all surrounding counties. Call us today at 800-844-3151 to start service today. CWI Missouri is proud to be a part of the communities that we serve. Call us today for all your waste disposal needs. CWI of Missouri, your local division of Republic Services. That's right, service. Service with pride. Call us today at 800-844-3151.
And we're back. It's J98 Web TV on MIMOinfo.com. Just saw the Valle Catholic Warriors find the end zone for the third time today, and the third time through the air as a touchdown pass from Nolan Wood to Connor Bosler for 18 yards on the right corner of the end zone. Perfectly thrown pass, reeled in by Bosler. Here's your kickoff. It goes short, and it's going to be fielded at the 30-yard line. A fair catch. You don't see that much. Number 46 coming up, William Tillman, the 6'2", 170-pound sophomore. A lot of sophomores on anywhere that's not really a skill position for the Thayer Bobcats. Their running backs and quarterbacks are seniors, except the quarterback, Aiden Henry, is a sophomore. They do have a backup quarterback in Mitch Weber, who is now their running back, and he is a senior, as well as Shelby Barton. The rest of the Thayer Bobcats, pretty young team. A minute 15 to go here in the first half. It's a 21-6 lead for Valle Catholic after 3 touchdown passes from Nolan Wood. And Foley's going to run this one off to the left-hand side. He's got room. He couldn't get out to the edge fast enough to cut it back up the field as Foley comes off to the left-hand side, and he's brought down by Nolan Wood. It is a first down for Foley. He was nearly able to break that one for a big run, just not getting as far out to the outside edge as he needs to. This webcast brought to you by Midwest Sports Center in Farmington and St. Genevieve Care Center in St. Genevieve. And the handoff goes right back up the middle for the Thayer Bobcats, and the Valle Catholic defense swarmed the line of scrimmage. Any runs going up the middle with the box loaded up 7, 8, and 9 deep for the Valle Catholic Warriors. There's not much of a run game going to be established. There's a timeout by the Thayer Bobcats, and we'll take a time to thank some of our sponsors: Bank of Bloomsdale, CenturyLink in Potosi, R&T Premium Meats in St. Genevieve, and Marzuco Electric, also in St. Genevieve. Thank you for our sponsors for putting us here in what is one of the nicest press boxes I could say that I have ever seen. We are in the third story of the press box here in Valle Catholic with our own little cubicle. It's a fresh addition to the Valle Catholic campus that they have here. Downstairs they have just installed a new, what is essentially a victory room. They have 11 state championship plaques that they're going to hang down in their facility in the lower portions here at Father John Dempsey Field. Good facility here for the Valle Catholic Warriors, and so far a good game for them as well. A 21-6 lead as the Thayer Bobcats approach the line of scrimmage. Henry's going to go under center, 2 receivers off to the left, one of them being Foley, and 2 men in the backfield, Barton and Weber. It's a quick bubble screen off to the left-hand side. Not much made out of it. Does get a couple yards on the play. And Steed bringing that one in. A 5-yard gain for Steed. And Thayer's going to call another timeout with only 48 seconds to go here in the first half. They really want to make something out of this 48 seconds and see if they can get in the end zone one more time before the end of the first half. This webcast brought to you by Innovative Warehousing in Farmington, CWI of Missouri in St. Genevieve, Elpers and Gons in St. Genevieve, and the County Do It Center also in St. Genevieve. Our sponsors making it possible for you to catch all the action of your Valle Catholic Warriors here on J98 Web TV on MyMoInfo.com. And we are powered by Big River Broadband. Big River Broadband, if you need to get a hold of them, it's 1-855-55-GO-BIG. Get yourself some good internet coverage. An update from the Central St. Genevieve game right now. It's a 24-0 halftime lead for the Central Rebels. Once again, not giving up a point since week 5. Central's defense holding St. Genevieve to 0. Thayer's quarterback bends under center. He looks off the left-hand side for the bubble screen. The screen collapses. He's got to run. He's going to get some room. He's off to the right side after the wildcat formation. Tries to set up a bubble screen. Nothing made out of it. Henry's going to scramble off to the right side, and he does get a first down after a gain of 12 for Henry. Henry, 2 carries for 6 yards after going backwards 6 on his first. Henry back under center. He's going to roll out to his left. He doesn't see the pressure behind him, and it's nearly intercepted by Fowler. He had hands on it, and he was the only man in that passing lane. Had he reeled that one in, he'd still be running. That's 2nd down and 10, 27 seconds to go here in the first half. A 21-6 lead for the Valle Catholic Warriors, as Thayer's going to have this ball all the way down to the 44-yard line with a 2nd and 10. Not much time to get in the end zone, but they're moving the ball 10 yards at a time on this offensive possession. They're going to line up with one receiver off to either side. The handoff goes right up the middle to Barton. Barton's going to get a good chunk of yards on the play. Makes 2 men miss. Cuts back inside. Gets all the way down to the 25-yard line. Still on his feet. Still driving all the way down to the 20-yard line. A great run by Barton. Gets all the way down to the 25-yard line and then pushes his way down to the 20. That's 20 yards for Barton on the play. Barton, 4 carries, 39 yards so far. When he gets the ball up the middle like that, if he gets to the second level, he's going to be a tough one to bring down. That's going to be another timeout by the Thayer Bobcats, as they're really trying to utilize as much of this. They started with 40 seconds. There's still 16.5 seconds to go on the clock here in the first half. They're trailing 21-6, but they're trying to find the end zone before the end of this first half. And they're putting a good pace together to try and get into the end zone before the end of the first half. Trying to make this a contest once again before Valle Catholic gets in control. Not much time for Thayer, as the Bobcats have been switching up their offensive play calling on this particular drive. They had been mainly run heavy, but they were doing an outside run, inside run, bubble screens, passes over the middle, anything they can to try and move the ball in this Valle Catholic defense. And Valle Catholic so far been holding pretty strong. They've only allowed 1 touchdown, and it was a 2-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, Aiden Henry, for the Thayer Bobcats. Thayer's going to come back up, set to the line of scrimmage. Going to send 2 receivers off to the left-hand side. They're lined up on the far left hash mark. Henry's going to drop back from center, and now he will bend down under center. He's going to have 2 men in the backfield behind him. Here's the snap. The handoff is faked. It's going to be thrown towards the end zone, and it's intercepted in the end zone by Valle Catholic. And Connor Bosler coming up, making that interception. And Bosler has a touchdown and an interception so far in this game. Valle Catholic going to take over. And they're going to take this and probably just kneel it down and run into the second half with a 21-6 lead. A 15-point lead headed into halftime. I'm sure Coach Nager will be pleased. And they will be taking a knee, and that'll get us into the second half. That's going to be a 21-6 lead for the Valle Catholic Warriors at the end of the first half. 21-6 over Thayer in round 3 of the district playoffs. And you're catching all that action on J98 Web TV on MyMoInfo.com. We'll give you a recap of the first half scoring coming up in just a moment.
There's no place like home, but when age or illness turns home from a place of happiness into one of loneliness, it may be time to consider a healthcare facility. Whether your need is short-term rehabilitation or long-term care, St. Genevieve Care Center offers high-quality medical care complemented by a dedicated staff who offer warmth, wisdom, and the experience of caring, which makes their facility the next best thing to being home. Dignity, respect, care. St. Genevieve Care Center, 1010 St. Gen Drive in St. Genevieve. Medicaid, Medicare, private pay, private insurance, and hospice accepted.
R&T Premium Meats offers 1/4, 1/2, or whole beefs and pork. They sell and process all hormone-free meats. For more information, call Tim at 535-4649 or Robert at 883-0068. R&T Premium Meats knows what it means to the customer to get good processed beef or pork, and they pride themselves in customer satisfaction. R&T Premium Meats, located on Jogers Drive in St. Genevieve, proud to be part of the St. Genevieve community.
Are you in need of an appliance? Marzuco Electric Best Brands Plus in St. Genevieve and Perryville is your home of GE, Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Frigidaire, and more. In all, Marzuco Electric carries over 12 lines of appliances, electronics, satellites, and TVs. They also offer factory-authorized appliance service, as well as residential, commercial, or industrial electrical service. For all your appliance needs or for professional electrical service, visit Marzuco Electric, 425 Market Street in St. Genevieve or Crossroad to Village Center in Perryville.
The Bank of Bloomsdale offers fixed-rate home loans that are actually serviced in our area. As well as being locally serviced, their rates are very competitive. Stop by one of their local offices to discuss your loan request with an experienced lender. No more letters telling you to send your payments out of state. Locally owned, the Bank of Bloomsdale with locations in Bloomsdale, Crystal City, St. Genevieve, and inside Country Mart in St. Genevieve. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. The Bank of Bloomsdale remembers Rolla Duke Herbert.
And we're back. It's J98 Web TV on MyMoInfo.com. It's halftime. We're at Father John Dempsey Field here in St. Genevieve at Valle Catholic High School as the Valle Catholic Warriors are in control right now with a 21-6 lead at halftime in round 3 of the district playoffs. So far, the scoring for the Valle Catholic Warriors has been all through the air. Nolan Wood, 3 touchdown passes so far in the game. He is currently 7 of 8 for 62 yards and 3 touchdowns. Bosler has 4 grabs, 52 yards and a touchdown. Roth caught 1 pass for a touchdown, and Vessel has caught 2 passes, one of those being for a touchdown. The Thayer Bobcats have found their way into the end zone after they put together a 10-play, 51-yard drive, and it was Aiden Henry who found the end zone off a 2-yard score.
Hargrove and number 25.
And we're back for second half action of Valle Catholic and the Thayer Bobcats. You're hearing it all on J98 Web TV on MyMoInfo.com, powered by Big River Broadband. 1-855-55-GO-BIG. Valle Catholic took control of this game in the first half. They lead this one 21-6, and they've had all their scoring done through the air. Nolan Wood so far, 7 of 8 with 3 touchdowns. All that, 62 yards. And he's done all that. As you see it here on the field right now, Valle Catholic lined up on the right side, wearing the blue jerseys, white pants, white helmets, and they'll be kicking off from the right to the left as you see it on your screen, and they are back to receive. They'll be in all white jerseys, green helmets, and green numbers. Back to receive, this one is Barton, Shelby Barton, number 25 for the Thayer Bobcats. And set to kick this one off is number 6, Devin Cutts. And he'll be set to kick this one away in just a moment as we're awaiting the start of the second half. And Valle lines up to kick. And it's away. We have the third quarter underway. It's fielded at the 40 by Foley. Foley's going to be brought down right at the 42. And just a gain of 2 on the return. And that's where Thayer will come out and start their offensive possession. Thayer held out of the end zone in the last few moments of the first half after an interception thrown by Henry. It was picked off by Valle Catholic's Connor Bosler, in the end zone. He stepped 2 yards out, took a knee, and that brought us into halftime with a 21-6 Valle Catholic lead. Henry's going to bend under center for the Thayer Bobcats. Going to have one receiver off to either side, and the handoff is going to go to Foley off the left-hand side. He makes 2 people miss out of the backfield, spins away from 2 more, and gets pushed out at the 49-yard line. A gain of 7 for Foley on the play. That's his 4th carry, up to 19 yards on the day. Valle Catholic's defense held the run game of Thayer in check for the first half, and they're going to have to get that run game back moving and back going to make this a competitive game. The handoff comes right out of the backfield to Foley, and he is brought down in a hurry. That one was sniffed out by the Valle Catholic front line. And it was number 62, Nick Friend, 6'1", 245-pound junior, coming through the line of scrimmage and bringing Foley down for a loss in the backfield. And that's going to set up a 3rd down and 7 yards to go, ball on the 45-yard line. And Thayer in a 3rd down situation once again. They have not done well converting 3rd downs up until the last drive. Up in the first half, they converted every 3rd down that they had through that drive and just threw an interception in the end zone. And right now they got a 3rd and 7. And the pitch goes to Foley. It's a double reverse to Weber, and Weber not much at all as Valle Catholic's defense has made some adjustments coming into this quarter, and they are really stacking the box and blowing through the line of scrimmage rather than just before. In the first half, they were loading up the box and letting the run come to them, and they're not letting that happen in this go-around. They're really shutting it down. As the punt team comes out for Thayer, and he's set to kick away from his own 35-yard line. Kick goes high into the air, and it's going to bounce at the 20 and take a Thayer bounce. And they're going to be able to pin this one all the way down inside the 7. And that's where Valle Catholic's going to start their next offensive possession, pinned back deep into their own zone. And they've already got most of the offensive team already out on the field and headed into the huddle, as they're going to be set for yet another offensive possession. So far in the game, Tyler Fallert, the big key contributor of the what is normally the key contributor of the Valle Catholic offense, 11 carries, 52 yards, while Connor Bosler's really putting together a good game on the receiving end. He's got 4 grabs, 52 yards, and a touchdown. He's also got 1 interception. As Valle Catholic's going to keep it with Wood, he's going to roll out. He's got nobody to beat. He cuts it back inside, and that was going to be his demise as he cut it back inside. Had he been able to get around his own blocker around the 20, he might have been able to tiptoe down the sidelines, forced to cut back inside, and that's where he was brought down at the 26-27 yard line. A 25-yard gain on the ground for Wood. He's had a good game on the ground so far as well. Valle's going to look to the sidelines and check for a new play. No formation changes. And Valle hands off to Tyler Fallert, who's brought down in the backfield. He's going to lose a couple on that play. The Thayer Bobcats going through the line of scrimmage, and he's going to lose 3 or 4 on that one. That's going to set up 2nd and 14 as the ball sits on the 23-yard line. And Valle's going to line up with 3 receivers off to the right, 1 man off to the left, Tyler Fallert in the backfield. And once again, Wood's going to look to the sideline for a new play as he's getting the calls in from the sideline. He stays in shotgun, no formation changes. He's looking to throw this time. He's got 1 man to beat. And the pass is caught at the 49-yard line. And, oh, buddy, what a play right there. And that pass was caught by Garrett Jagers. And that one goes for 28 yards through the air. Had 1 man in coverage who was there, turned around just at the last moment to try and see the ball, and it was a big mistake. Connor Wood hands it off to Tyler Fallert up the middle. Fallert's going to get another 10 yards on this play. He's going to go right behind his left tackle. And once again, Tyler Fallert getting in on the action, this time for 10 yards. He's up to 59 on 13 so far in the game. Wood's going to stay in that same formation. 2 receivers off the left and right. Fallert in the backfield. Handoff is fake to Fallert. Wood's going to go right up the middle. He's going to get a good chunk of yards himself. A 7-yard gain for Nolan Wood. Nolan Wood up to moving quite well on the ground. He just had a 23-yard run prior to that, and that was a gain of 7.5, almost 8 for Nolan Wood. Wood's going to have two receivers off to his left, two off to his right. Tyler Fowler into the backfield. Fowler's going to take the handoff, going to go right up the middle, bounce it back outside, out to the left side. He's got nobody in front of him. He's walking into the end zone. That's a touchdown, Valle Catholic. Tyler Fowler into the end zone. A 27-yard touchdown run, and Valle Catholic 27-6. That was the senior Tyler Fowler going 27 yards into the end zone. And that's 6 more on the board for Valle. And they're going to send the extra point team out to try and knock this one through and make it 27. A flag comes in. All that done, and there's still 8:23 to go in the third quarter. The officials will confer at midfield, at the middle of the line of scrimmage. And here's the signal. It's going to be against Thayer. That'll be half the distance to the goal on the penalty. Valle Catholic's going to keep the extra point team out. And they will line up kick. Bosler, the holder. Kick is up. And it is good. Devin Kutz knocks another one through, and it's a 28-6 lead. 8:23 to go here in the third quarter. And Valle Catholic in control. We'll have more of the third quarter coming up after a quick timeout. It's J98 Web TV on MIMOinfo.com.
Innovative Warehousing and Distribution in Farmington is a proud supporter of high school sports and would like to wish everybody the best of luck this football season. Innovative Warehousing and Distribution in Farmington encourages all athletes to work hard and keep their direction. The key word to a winning team is teamwork. Good luck to all high school teams. This message brought to you by your friends at Innovative Warehouse and Distribution in Farmington.
And we're back. It's more action on J98 Web TV on MIMOinfo.com as the rain continues to fall here in St. Genevieve at Valle Catholic High School at Father John Dempsey Field. And Valle Catholic just found the end zone off of a 27-yard touchdown run by Tyler Fowler. And they lead this one 28-6, and they are set to kick off. Your kick is up. And it will be fielded at the 23-yard line by Thayer. And he's going to be brought down in a hurry. It was Barton back to field it. He's only going to get a couple yards on the return. And that's where Thayer will be starting their offensive possession. Looks like they'll be starting just across the 30 at about the 32-yard line. There's 8:16 to go here in the third quarter. And Valle Catholic starting to put their stamp on this one.
First and 10 for the Bobcats on their own 34-yard line.
Be first and 10 for Thayer on the 34-yard line after the ball is spotted. They'll stay in a jumbo formation with a single receiver off the left-hand side. They're loading up the line of scrimmage. The handoff is going to be an option. He pulls it out the last minute. Henry's still rolling out to the left side, and he's going to get across the line of scrimmage. Gain 4 on the play.
Carries the ball right down from behind by number 7, Nolan Wood.
And Wood on the stop.
Ball placed at the 37-yard line.
Henry just a 3-yard gain on the play. And we have some updates for you from around the area. Someone has scored on the Central Rebels. St. Genevieve put 8 on the board, and they now trail Central 24-8. The play goes right up the middle this time. Not much to it. That time, Hargrove on the call. And he goes right up the middle just for a couple of yards. And the precipitation really starting to fall as this game goes on. 3rd down and 3. Thayer's going to go right up the middle, and it looks like he is brought down short. Hargrove on the carry, and he's going to be brought down just short. It's less than a yard shy of being a first down. It looks like the offense is going to stay out on the field for the Bobcats. The crowd's getting riled up, chanting defense. It's a 4th down and 1. Thayer's going to try to run this one right up the middle, and they've got it. They've got the first down. Hargrove dives over the top, gets the first down and a couple of more yards all the way down to the 47-yard line. He dove at the 44 and flew over the top of the line of scrimmage and got that first down. Thayer's going to spread this formation out this time, going to have one receiver off to either side. 3 men in the backfield, and Foley is going to come out of the backfield with the ball after a fake pitch. And not much for him as he gets outside. He does get back across the line of scrimmage, maybe for a yard. Foley so far has done quite well carrying the ball. 5 carries for 20 yards. It's second down and 10, 6:30 to go in the third quarter. Ball on the 46-yard line of Thayer. Thayer's going to run this one once again right up the middle. Hargrove gets something out of it this time. Gets all the way down to the 44-yard line. He's moving the ball himself as he's finally getting into the share of the carries for the Thayer Bobcats. And as they add another man to the run game, they're moving the ball quite well. Henry has been removed from the game. He's not in at this time. The handoff goes to Barton right up the middle, and Barton going to get a good chunk of yards. He's going to get a first down and then more. He gets all the way down to the 38-yard line, or the 33-yard line. A good chunk of yards for Barton that time. That's going to be a first down for Thayer. 5:57 in the third quarter remaining. It's a 28-6 lead for the Valle Catholic Warriors, and Thayer moving the ball. They're going to stay in that wildcat formation with Hargrove. Hargrove's going to go right back up the middle, just across the line of scrimmage this time. Not much for him. The Valle Catholic Warriors look like they're ready for any run that comes up the middle, but implementing the wildcat formation in the second half, Thayer's really starting to move the ball. It's second down and 8. Ball on the 31-yard line. Thayer's going to stay in the wildcat formation with one receiver off to either side. The handoff goes directly to Barton this time. Barton's going to get 5 or 6 yards on the play.
25, Barton carries the ball, brought down by number 5, Justin Rock.
And this new offensive formation for the Thayer Bobcats is really working well. They have removed who has been their quarterback, the sophomore. It was Henry. They have since removed him and put Hargrove back as a wildcat. And they keep running that read option, and it is working against this Valle Catholic defense.
Number 20, Hargrove carries the ball.
And the rain really starting to come down. It's a cold night as is. It's definitely down into the mid to high 30s. It's breezy, and the precipitation is just starting to come down. Valle Catholic's defense showing that they can be penetrated, but more than they have so far in this game. And the handoff goes to Hargrove. He pitches to Foley. Foley comes back up the middle, and he's going to be brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Not much for him. Second down and 7. 4 minutes, 17 seconds to go in the third quarter. It's a 28-6 ball game. Valle Catholic leading Thayer right now, but Thayer moving the ball in this wildcat formation as Hargrove takes the snap, spins around, he gets across, and he's going to get into the end zone. That's a touchdown for the Thayer Bobcats at 4:04 remaining in the third quarter. They put 6 more on the board. It's 28-12 Thayer trailing the Valle Catholic Warriors. We'll see if they're going to send the extra point team out or if they're going to try and go for 2 and make it a 2-score game. It looks like they're going to keep the offense out. And that wildcat formation proving to be a tough thing to handle for the Valle Catholic Warriors. And they are going to keep the offense out and try to go for 2. It is Hargrove going to be at the quarterback position as a wildcat. And he's going to be tripped up from behind. He didn't see it coming. No 2-point conversion on that one. It's 28-12. Valle Catholic leads this one, but they are finding their way into the end zone for the second time today. And we'll have more coverage coming up for you on J98 Web TV on MyMoInfo.com.
If you're thinking about building, remodeling, or have a project in your future, visit your local County Do-It Center in St. Genevieve and Bloomsdale. You'll find everything needed for the do-it-yourselfer or the professional contractor. From start to finish, they'll have the supplies you want and the experience and information you need. And the Do It Best quality paint and primer line is one of the fastest growing private brands in the industry. Their Best Look paint and primer paints carry a full lifetime warranty, so you know they'll stand the test of time beautifully. County Do-It Center, lumber, hardware, and Do It Best quality paint. Stop by today.
And we're back. It's J98 Web TV on mymoinfo.com. We are in St. Genevieve here at Valle Catholic High School at Father John Dempsey Field. And you just saw that kickoff skip over the top of the first line, trying to get a onside kick trying to work for the Thayer Bobcats. It nearly worked for him. Hit the hands of Basler, skipped, and it is recovered by Valle Catholic. And they will take over on the 29-yard line. 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. It's a 28-12 ball game. Thayer fighting back after being down 28-6 at the end of the first half. That's now 28-12 after they've switched offensive formations, and they've now implemented the wildcat. Valle Catholic's going to stay in a spread formation with 3 receivers to the left, 1 off to the right, and Nolan Wood is going to keep it. It looks like he's going to head right back up the middle behind his left tackle.
Nolan Wood carries the ball. Initially on the play by number 5.
He looks like he got a few yards on the play. It's going to be a second down for the Valle Catholic offense. 3:43 to go here in the third quarter, and it is time running as they stay in bounds. A 4-yard gain for Wood on that last carry. It's his 9th carry of the day. Valle staying in a spread formation. Twins left, twins right. 1 man in the backfield is Fowler. He's going to be run into in the backfield. He's going to bounce it outside. He makes 1 man miss. He stays on his feet. And somehow he gets a first down out of absolutely nothing. And he gets down to the 47-yard line. A gain of 14 for Fowler. Another first down for the Valle Catholic Warriors. Valle's going to have 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. Tyler Fowler in the backfield. Nolan Wood looks to the sidelines, getting him a new play. And no formation changes. Wood takes the snap. It's going to go right back to Fowler. Fowler's going to go up the middle, and he is a bulldozer coming across the line of scrimmage. Another first down for Tyler Fowler. Another 14 yards for him on the carry. Another first down for Valle Catholic as Tyler Fowler taking control of this drive, putting the ball in his hands, and they aren't looking back. 2:48 to go here in the third quarter. It's a 28-12 lead for Valle Catholic. They're going to send 3 receivers off to the right-hand side. Nolan Wood in shotgun. Tyler Fowler offset to his left in the backfield. The handoff goes back to Fowler. Fowler's blowing through the line of scrimmage. The ball pops out. And Thayer comes on top of it. Thayer comes up big right there. They fall on top of a Tyler Fowler fumble, and they will take over after that drive looked like it was going to be unstoppable. Tyler Fowler had the ball pop out. You got to wonder if the precipitation didn't have some factor in that as it's beginning to fall even harder. And Thayer's going to take control of this one on the 34-yard line. The offense is going to come back out after they've had a successful drive on their last offensive possession. If they get into the end zone here, they're really talking about a ball game now. They're going to stay in that wildcat formation. It's going to be Weber this time going right up the middle, going to get a few yards on the play. Not much there for him.
Number 7, Weber's volunteering.
Weber's been held in check for much of this game. He's only got 35 yards on 14 carries, does Weber. Weber also listed on the depth chart as the backup quarterback. So if they keep running the Wildcat like they are, you might be able to see him get into the action a little more than we expect. It's a 28-12 game, 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. And Thayer going to stay in that Wildcat formation. Barton bouncing it to the outside. He's not going to get a first down, but he's going to get a few yards on the play. Looked like he got 4 yards on the play for Barton. He is forced out of bounds on the left sideline. The clock will continue to run. 1:35 to go. It's 3rd down and 4 yards to go. A big set of downs right here for Thayer. They're going to bounce it up right up the middle. And I don't know, it looks like they might have actually got the first down, and they sure did. That's going to be a first down for the Thayer Bobcats, and they're fighting, clawing their way back into this ball game. And sure enough, the Chains are going to move forwards after that one. It was a 3rd and short, 3rd and 4 that they had to convert, and they converted it no problem. They're moving the ball. Right now it's 1st and 10, ball on their own 44-yard line, 28-12 game, 1:15 to go here in the 3rd quarter. The snap is handed off from Hargrove to Weber. Weber's only going to get 3 yards on the play. This change in the offensive scheme for Thayer has really made a difference. Their offense is really starting to move the ball, and they're doing it in a very unique fashion that's really tough to prepare for. The snap goes straight to Hargrove. He tries to run right up the middle. He's going to fall forward. It looks like he might have been able to fall forward for another first down, or he's going to be just short of the first down. And that's going to set up a 2nd and very short. Under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. It's 28-12. And the officials will take a quick timeout to measure the spot as the Chains come out. We'll see what they measure it at. And that's a first down for Thayer. They sure did get that first down. Hargrove, as soon as he came in at the quarterback position, this is an entirely different offense for the Thayer Bobcats. They're really moving the ball now. The Thayer Bobcats going to stay in the wildcat. Hargrove back at the quarterback position. In motion goes Weber. The handoff is fake to Weber. And Hargrove goes right back up the middle. Not this time, says the Valle Catholic defense. Number 74, Jacob Troutman, all over that play. Hargrove tried to run it up the middle. Troutman was not going to have that. That's going to set up a 2nd and 10. Time ticking away here in the 3rd quarter. We're down under 10 seconds right now. I don't know if they'll get this play off. They're running out of time. 6 seconds to go, 5 seconds. The snap is low, and a bad snap gets even worse for Thayer as they're going to lose yardage. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter. It's 28-12. Valle Catholic in control as the team switch fields. We'll take a timeout ourselves. We'll have more coverage of the 4th quarter coming up. It's J98 Web TV on MyMoInfo.com.
Bob and Thomas couldn't agree on CenturyLink high-speed internet's best feature.
It's the 10 meg speed.
No, it's the price. Just $19.95 a month for 5 years when you bundle with unlimited nationwide calling.
So they settled it like gentlemen.
The speed.
The 5-year price.
The speed.
The 5-year price.
Sort of. Call CenturyLink today at 855-744-FAST. Everyone will agree it's a good move. Services and offer not available in all areas. Residential customers only. Restrictions apply. Contact CenturyLink for details.
Elpers & Gons are attorneys with over 50 years combined experience in St. Genevieve. They offer many services including contested and uncontested divorce, child custody and maintenance, property distributions, parent rights, visitation and adult abuse, paternity and child support, bankruptcy and credit card lawsuit. Consultation and payment plans are available. Call today at 573-883-5000 or toll free at 800-883-5009. Elpers & Gons on Center Drive in St. Genevieve, fighting for your most important assets. Or visit their website at www.elpersandgons.com.
It's J98 Web TV on MyMoInfo.com. We're in St. Genevieve, and we're at Father John Dempsey Field for the Valle Catholic Warriors and the Thayer Bobcats in round 3 of the district playoffs. Right now it's 28-12 as Valle Catholic leads, but Thayer fighting and crawling back. Has the ball right now on the 47-yard line. The handoff goes to Hargrove. He jumps over one man, gets across the line of scrimmage down to the 41-yard line. A gain of 8 for him on the play. It's going to be 4th down and 6. This is a big key of the game, and Thayer's going to take a quick timeout. And since they're going to, we're going to do just the same. We'll be back with the fourth quarter on J98 Web TV on MIMOinfo.com.
Hi, this is Timmy Nelms with CWI Missouri, your local division of Republic Services. CWI Missouri offers residential curbside pickup along with commercial services in all surrounding counties. Call us today at 800-844-3151 to start service today. CWI Missouri is proud to be a part of the communities that we serve. Call us today for all your waste disposal needs. CWI Missouri, your local division of Republic Services. That's right, service. Service with pride. Call us today at 800-844-3151.
There's no place like home, but when age or illness turns home from a place of happiness into one of loneliness, it may be time to consider a healthcare facility. Whether your need is short-term rehabilitation or long-term care, St. Genevieve Care Center offers high-quality medical care complemented by a dedicated staff who offer warmth, wisdom, and the experience of caring, which makes their facility the next best thing to being home. Dignity, respect, care. St. Genevieve Care Center, 1010 St. Gen Drive in St. Genevieve. Medicaid, Medicare, private pay, private insurance, and hospice accepted.
And you just saw the first pass of the second half for the Thayer Bobcats go over the top for a first down. On fourth down, they convert it and move the chains. They are fighting back, showing their resilience right now. Coach Weber, really, those halftime adjustments, changing up the offense has really made a huge difference so far. Valle Catholic's defense pinned back into their own zone. Anthony Hargrove taking the handoff.
Number 20, Hargrove carries the ball.
And he's going to go right up the middle. Short gain on the play. It'll set up second down and 8. 11 minutes, 11 seconds to go in this contest. Valle Catholic's defense being tested more than they have all game on this drive, as Thayer's going to stay in that wildcat formation. And Hargrove's going to keep it. He fakes the handoff, goes right back up the middle. Not much for him on that one.
Hargrove carries the ball, brought down by number 5, Justin Roth.
A few yards on the play.
Third down, third and about 4.
It's going to be third down and at least 4 to go for the Thayer Bobcats. As the ball sits on the 16-yard line, they're in Valle Catholic's territory. They're in the red zone. And Thayer's going to stay in the wildcat. Hargrove's going to keep it. He had a man to pitch to outside, and somehow he pushes his way down, and it's very close to him getting across for a first down. He sure did get it. That's going to be another set of downs for the Thayer Bobcats as they're starting to move this ball downfield. It's 10:20 to go, so they're doing it in quick fashion as well. They're not taking much time to do it. Hargrove takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's going to go back up the middle. A few yards for him on the play. They run off to the left side. Maybe a couple yards for him on the play. Thayer Bobcats, really crucial drive for him right now. Second down for him here. 6 yards to go. Ball's going to be on the 6-yard line. Second and goal to go. Hargrove's going to run right back up the middle. He's going to be tripped up behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to fall and push his way forward.
Number 20, Hargrove carries the ball again.
It doesn't seem like he got much of a gain, if any at all, on the play, as he's helped up off the field. A 1-yard gain, third down and 4 to go. Ball sits on the 4-yard line. There's 9:15 on the clock right now. A quick official's timeout, as one of the Thayer Bobcats has a helmet adjustment needed to be made before play could resume. That's all been taken care of. And Thayer, since they've switched to this wildcat offense, they've moved the ball quite well, and they're knocking on the door of the end zone right now. As Valle Catholic's up 28-12, Thayer trying to find their way into the end zone. Hargrove going to go right back up the middle. It doesn't look like he found the goal line, and they're saying the ball came out. They're saying the ball came out, and it is Valle Catholic football after a fumble on the 2-yard line is coughed up, and Valle Catholic recovers, and that is a big blow to the Thayer Bobcats. Hargrove had the ball come out. Nolan Wood comes up with a fumble recovery on the 2-yard line. And Valle Catholic will take control. Right there on the 2. That's the second takeaway so far this evening for Valle Catholic. They had 1 interception and 1 fumble recovery. And now they're going to line up with the shotgun formation. Wood's going to bounce it outside. He's going to get a few yards on the play. He gets ripped down by the jersey. He's going to get out to the 5-yard line. That was a huge takeaway for the Valle Catholic defense to come up with that fumble recovery. As soon as the ball hit the turf, the entire team jumped on it, and they knew they had it. Valle's going to spread the formation out. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. Wood in the backfield with Fallard offset to Wood's left. And there goes the handoff. Fallard getting across the line of scrimmage for a couple on the play. And Hargrove comes up on the tackle. Hargrove just had fumbled the ball away for Thayer. 8 minutes to go in this contest. It's 3rd down and 5 for Valle Catholic. Ball on the 7-yard line. They're going to line up with 3 receivers to Wood's right. Fallard in the backfield to the left. Handoff does go to Fallard. He's going to bounce it outside. Not much for him. He's going to get held up by 1 man, and the rest of the team comes up to gang tackle him. And he's going to get down just short of the 15-yard line. And that is a first down for Valle Catholic, getting out of their own zone. 7:47 to go, 28-12, first down and 10 for Valle Catholic. And the offense is going to be set up in the same formation. Wood's going to go right up the middle. He's going to get a first down on that play. A gain of 11 for Wood.
Tackled by number 65, Tucker Hargrove. And that's not for Warrior, first down.
And that's another first down for Valle Catholic.
On their own 27-yard line.
7.5 minutes to go. It's a first down and 10 yards for Valle Catholic. They line up with 3 receivers left. 1 man in the backfield is Tyler Fallert behind Wood. The hard snap works that time for Wood. And Barton not too pleased about this one. Barton for the Thayer Bobcats was pointing at the offensive line. And we'll see what the officials saw. Yeah, the officials say it is going to be against the Valle Catholic Warriors. That'll back them up 5 yards. That's the 3rd one of those penalties against Valle this evening. It's going to be 1st and 15 for Valle Catholic. 3 receivers go to the left side. 1 lines up in the slot. Fallard in the backfield. And once again, the defensive line jumps, but no flag this time. Valle's going to roll out to the left side, going to keep the handoff as Wood. He's going to check it back inside before he's brought down at the 35-yard line. Barton on the tackle. Wood gets down to the 35, a 7-yard gain for him. Valle Catholic is going to stay in that same formation. 3 receivers off to the left side. 1 man in the backfield is Tyler Fallert. A look to the sidelines, calling audible after the defense shows blitz. And Nolan Wood's going to keep it himself, going to go right up the middle. Fallert as a blocker this time. And Nolan Wood gets another first down for the Valle Catholic Warriors after gaining 5. And Valle Catholic trying to keep the ball on the ground and run as much time out as they can. 6:16 to go in the game. Ball on the 43-yard line. Nolan Wood set and shotgun. Going to have 3 receivers off to the left. Tyler Fallard in the backfield with Wood. And Wood's going to keep it. It's going to go right up behind his left guard. Not much for him on the play. but enough to get forward and enough to run some clock, and that's what they're looking to do with 5:45 to go. It'll set up second down and 10 yards to go. And Valle Catholic up 28-12 right now, 5.5 minutes, trying to run some clock out. Valle lines up with 3 receivers off to the left. One man in the backfield is Tyler Fowler. And he's going to bounce it outside. Is Fowler. Can't get out to the outside edge. He's going to be brought down right at about the 46-yard line. A short gain on the play for Fowler. We are at the 5-minute mark to go. Crowd starting to get back into it for Valle. They got 3 receivers to the left-hand side. Both receivers jumped for Valle that time. That's going to move them back 5 more. That is against Valle. They'll be moving backwards 5 yards.
The Sugar Bowl 2013 will return to the state-of-the-art campus of the Edward Jones Dome on Saturday, November 30th. State football features Super
Valle Catholic has dominated the first half of the game. In the second half, it's been more of a balanced contest. Had it not been for a fumble by Thayer on the 2-yard line, it might be a lot closer than what we have right now. Valle's going to stay in that 3-receiver set out to the left. Fowler in the backfield, offset to Wood's left. Wood looks to the sideline. He's going to get a new play from the coaching staff. As the rain continues to fall here at Father John Dempsey Stadium. And there's going to be a timeout. Valle Catholic calls a timeout. We'll do just the same. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout ourselves. More coverage coming up. It's J98 Web TV on MyMoInfo.com.
R&T Premium Meats offers 1/4, 1/2, or whole beefs and pork. They sell and process all hormone-free meats. For more information, call Tim at 535-4649 or Robert at 883-0068. R&T Premium Meats knows what it means to the customer to get good processed beef or pork, and they pride themselves in customer satisfaction. R&T Premium Meats, located on Jogers Drive in St. Genevieve. Proud to be part of the St. Genevieve community.
It's J98 Web TV on MyMoInfo.com. It's the 4th quarter of round 3 of the district playoffs for Class 1. And Valle Catholic leads 28-12 over the Thayer Bobcats. And not much time for Thayer to get back into this one. Valle Catholic has the ball right now. And they're in a 3rd down and 12. Ball on the 42. Valle has 3 receivers left. Fowler in the backfield. Nolan Wood in the shotgun, waiting for the shotgun snap. He's got it. He's looking to throw, and he's got a man open, and it's caught. Number 5 marching down. He makes one man miss, and that's going to be a touchdown. Valle Catholic. Justin Roth finds his way into the end zone, and that's a touchdown. Valle Catholic. 6 more on the board, and they're definitely going to put this one away with that one. Valle Catholic making the most out of taking a ball away, and they put together a 98-yard drive and find the end zone, and Valle 34-12. After that went from the 42-yard line, a 58-yard touchdown pass from Nolan Wood to Justin Roth. Wow. That's all you can say right there for Nolan Wood, his 4th touchdown pass of the day. And Roth, his 2nd touchdown reception. Extra point did not go well. And that leaves 34-12. Valle Catholic in control. As the special teams units come onto the field, it's only a few minutes remain. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout ourselves on J98 Web TV on MyMoInfo.com.
Are you in need of an appliance? Marzuco Electric Best Brands Plus in St. Genevieve and Perryville is your home of GE, Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Frigidaire, and more. In all, Marzuco Electric carries over 12 lines of appliances, electronics, satellites, and TVs. They also offer factory-authorized appliance service, as well as residential, commercial, or industrial electrical service. For all your appliance needs or for professional electrical service, visit Marzuco Electric, 425 Market Street in St. Genevieve or Crossroad to Village Center in Perryville.
It's J98 Web TV on MIMOinfo.com. Class 1 football district playoffs round 3. And Valle Catholic just took a 34-12 lead after a 58-yard touchdown pass from Nolan Wood to Justin Roth. Nolan Wood's 4th touchdown pass of the day. He's put together a great game passing so far. He's only had 2 incompletions in this contest. Valle set to kick off from left to right. There's your kick. It's a spiral kick, takes a big Valle bounce. And that's going to be fielded at the 1-yard line. And he's brought down by the shoelaces by Roth. He just caught a touchdown pass, just made a great tackle. Unbelievable play right there. Justin Roth came down all the way from the other end of the field, grabbed a shoelace for the Thayer Bobcat and just brought him down. A big tackle by Roth. Under 4.5 minutes to play. 34-12 lead for Valle Catholic. It'll take a big set of events to go the Thayer Bobcats' way for this one to get back into being a competitive contest. Right now, it's just playing for pride. Thayer's going to stay in that wildcat formation with Hargrove. The handoff goes to Foley. He's going to be brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Not much for him as Valle's starting to load up the box once again against this wildcat formation. After what had been a tough way of running for Thayer in the first half, they switched to the wildcat. It got him a touchdown early in the second half, but it hasn't got him much since. It almost got him a second touchdown before the ball was fumbled by Hargrove. Thayer will line up with 2 receivers, 1 on either side. The handoff goes right up the middle to Barton, and Barton is absolutely level. Jesse Meyer came up and put a shoulder right to his chest and put him to the ground. That was a big hit. Jesse Meyer for the Valle Catholic Warriors laying the boom. 3 minutes, 21 seconds to go in this game. A 3rd down and 8 yards to go for the Thayer Bobcats, trying to get a fresh set of downs right here. And the handoff is fake to Weber, cut back inside by Hargrove. Not much for him on that one. Valle Catholic's defense coming back, and they are adjusting as this game moves on, and they are now shutting down the wildcat formation that Thayer is trying to implement, and it's just not working out for them. It's going to be 4th and 10. Ball on the 6-yard line. Thayer deep in their own zone on this 4th down. And it looks like they're keeping the offensive unit out, trying to get the best out of this that they possibly can. And it's a fake, and it's thrown over the top. And incomplete pass. That's a turnover on downs, and Valle Catholic's going to take over on the 6-yard line. They're going to send the offensive unit out, and they'll start with less than 10 yards to go to the end zone. That's not the kind of field position you want to give this offense at this point in time, with Nolan Wood lighting the stat sheet up today. 4 touchdown passes on 11 attempts. So far, he's 9 of 11 with 4 touchdown passes and well over 150 yards. There's 2.5 minutes to go before they can move on officially. Valle Catholic takes a timeout. And while they take a timeout, we'll thank some of our sponsors: Midwest Sports Center in Farmington, St. Genevieve Care Center in St. Genevieve, the Bank of Bloomsdale, CenturyLink in Potosi, R&T Premium Meats in St. Genevieve, and Marzuco Electric, also in St. Genevieve. So far, Nolan Wood has really lit up the scoreboard for the Valle Catholic Warriors. He has 4 touchdown passes on 9 completions, and Tyler Fallert accounts for the 5th touchdown for the Valle Catholic Warriors. And Fallert definitely over 100 yards himself in this contest. He's got over 100 yards on 18 tries. And Valle Catholic's offense headed back out to the line of scrimmage. Valle Catholic Valle has the ball on the 6-yard line, 2.5 minutes. And Nolan Wood's going to bounce it outside. He's going to look back inside. Not much for him. Play's blown dead. He's going to lose a couple on the play, actually. It's going to set up a 2nd down. With the ball, looks like it'll be moved back to the 7-yard line. Ball will be placed on the 6.5-yard line. And it's 2:05 to go. Those of us just being joined, it's 2 minutes exactly remaining. A 34-12 lead, 2nd down and 10. Valle Catholic in control right now. And they've just taken over an offensive possession, and they're going to go ahead and take a knee and run as much clock out as they possibly can. And they're already in victory formation. Those of you just joining us, Saul Central move on. And now with 1.5 minutes to go and a 34-12 lead for Valle Catholic, they're just trying to run clock out to find their way into the next round. They just took over on the last possession on the 2-yard line after a fumble recovery, marched at 98 yards, then forced a quick 3-and-out, or a 4-and-out, I should say, by Thayer. And that is the reason Valle has the ball right now on the 8-yard line. It's 4th down and 12. They're just trying to run as much clock out as they possibly can. 23 seconds on the play clock as time ticks away. And they're going to try and make something out of this 4th and 12 and just let Thayer take back over. But at this rate, not much they can do to get back into this contest, as Valle Catholic has really lit the scoreboard up through the air with Nolan Wood. 4 touchdown passes in this game. He's 9 of 11. They're going to go ahead and take a knee and just turn that ball right back over to Thayer. And the Thayer Bobcats are going to take control on the 8-yard line with under a minute to go. It's 41.9 seconds remaining. And Valle Catholic leads this one 34-12. Thayer just fighting for pride right now with 41.9 seconds to go to be critical. It'll be a 1st down and 10 with the ball on the 10 for Thayer. Thayer started this game with Aiden Henry at quarterback, and in the second half they switched to the Wildcat, and Hargrove has been taking most of the snaps. And he's just going to go ahead and take a knee himself, and they're going to run the clock out and pretty much concede defeat. They're just going to go ahead and let time tick down into the next offensive snap. They'll go ahead and take a knee, and that'll get us under the time we need to go ahead and call it a day. Valle Catholic, they took control of the first half. Thayer fought back in the second half quite well, but came up just short on the 2-yard line by a fumble by Hargrove. Completely changed the makeup of this game. The dichotomy of the situation was completely altered after that, and that gets us to where we are now. And where are we now? It's a 34-12 victory as 000s hit the scoreboard, and that is a wrap. Valle Catholic will be moving on after they down Thayer 34-12, and the Valle Catholic Warriors remain undefeated.